Alright, now for this next segment, I'm going to be working on scales, but rather than just do the typical scale patterns found in Steve Vai's book, I decided to branch out a little bit, and so I'm going to be using some permutations from this book on playing guitar in Indian music. So, turn to the permutations, which are essential. Well, basically, permutations, are really step 2 of this process. The first step is playing the different modes. Okay, so these are essentially the parent raga scales. So if we take the scales and arrange them a certain way, we get these scales. Okay, so we have some scales which resemble typical Western scales like we're familiar with, but then we have some others that kind of branch out and go into different directions. Alright, so let's say, so we're going to be doing them in D for right now, but later on I'm going to be trying them out in G, A, and E. Not all of them, but I mean, again, part of this is I want to be able to do this in just a brief amount of time, and just for those of you watching, unfortunately, not everything I can play is making it into the videos just because it's my other device. It's not accepting any new videos, so I've only got one device to record with for right now. And so I am practicing in between, just only you're seeing essentially highlights from what I'm playing. Alright, but anyway. So this is called Billawal, and this is essentially the Ionian or major scale. Alright, so nothing special there. Alright, now, this is the Kamaj, which is really Mixolydian mode. Okay, so this one is like if I took a major scale and flatted the 7th. So we have. Okay, now, this one is the Kafi, which we can really think of like the Dorian scale. So that's like if we took a major scale and we raised the 6th. Okay, so we have. Alright, now for the Aeolian scale, which again is really the natural minor scale. Oh, and I'm sorry, the Indian name for this one is the Asavari. Now, this is the Bhairavi, or in Western music, we can think of it as the Phrygian mode. So it's like if we took that natural minor scale and we flatted the 2nd. Okay, now, let's do the Lydian. We can think of this one as a major scale with a sharp 4th. Excuse me, did that one. Is that time? Now, this is where it starts getting a bit odd. Okay. We have, this is called Toady. Okay, and it's kind of like, it has a flat 2nd, a flat 3rd, a sharp 4th, and a flat 6th in it. Okay, so it's like, we can almost think of it as if we took a Phrygian scale, raised the 7th, raised the 4th, and so it sounds pretty odd that way, or we can think of it as this is like a Lydian scale, but we flatted the 2, flatted the 3, and flatted the 6th. So, I don't know. There are several ways you can look at this one, but it's pretty unusual combination of notes. Anyway, so we have... Excuse me. Alright, so now it really starts sounding like something you'd hear in an Indian raga. Now let's do Purvi. This one has a flat 6th, a flat 2nd, and a sharp 4. Okay, so it's like Todi, but with a major 3rd above the root instead of a minor 3rd. Now this is Marwa. This can be thought, okay, this has a flat 2nd and a sharp 4th, sharp 4th. So we can think of this one almost like a Lydian scale with a flatted 2nd in it. Okay, so it's an unusual combination. Alright, now let's take a look now at the Bairev. Okay, so this one, it's a major scale with a flatted 2nd and 6th. Okay, so alright, side note, there's a song I'm writing right now which actually uses this scale in the introduction, but it uses it in a different key. So I'm in the key. So in this song, it's in the key of B major, and it's in 3/4 to start out with. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, again, that's... Alright, then I slide it down on the last beat. Alright. Now, okay, so those are the main scales. Alright, now we're going to do something with them special.